If you haven't experienced losing a loved one, you know, it's like, what do you do? Who do you know? Where do you go? Who will help you? And I received so much help. My husband was diagnosed with lung and brain cancer, and one of the things they talked to us about was hospice, and I was like, oh, because of a cultural thing, when we look at, Black people look at hospice, they look at it as this is the jumping off point, it's all over, they're gonna, you know, you're there to die. I think it's just a cultural thing. I don't think it has anything to do with, I don't think we've had that many experiences. I think by the time somebody's terminally ill, they're in the hospital or something of that nature. I think it would be a good idea to inform the Black community more about hospice and what they do and the services that they provide. Well, he had a seizure. I had never seen him have a seizure before, and I flipped. I flipped totally out. And I did call hospice at that time, and they came right away. And when they got there, they said, you just calm down, we got everything under control. And then I was able to like woosah, you know, feel that peace, you know. And they took everything, we came out to hospice. They, you know, everybody stayed with you to make sure you were okay, and you know, understanding where you were. And my husband just loved it. I mean, the nurses, the attendants, everybody was just good to him. They had the animals come around, they had music come around, and it wasn't like dying. It was more of just preparing you for peace so that you could leave with dignity and respect. Affectionate wasn't his strong point. But when we were in hospice, he was just kissing me all the time. I was like, oh my goodness. Nurses come in, oh, they're at it again. But I guess I keep going back to the peace and the serenity, and you know, we saying our goodbyes and just getting as much together as we could during the time it was happening. You know, one of the things that he really loved was the piano that was there, and I played our little song on there. It was a poem I had made up for him before he passed. This has never happened to me before, but I woke up this morning, I told him, I said, boy, I thought of a poem. And well, it was more or less saying, you know, you've been so good to me. You're my knight in shining armor. I know chivalry is not dead. And, you know, just being the most important person in my life. And I wrote it down. He said, write it down, write it down. And I wrote it down, and that's what I used for his obituary. I felt peace knowing that he was in a place that was going to really take care of him and take care of his needs. He felt at peace when he left. I know that. I know that. And I was blessed to be there.